Hey, it's Edge here for Counter Capital, and on today's video we're taking a look at ADA or Cardano macro. We're going to be starting here on daily time frame, and this is what the chart looks on Binance. I just chosen this because again it has pretty decent history and doesn't have too many wicks around. Overall, again, loads of history all the way from 2018. Cardano was before that out as well, but this chart didn't have the price data, so this, I think it was from CoinMarketCap or one of those sites where I just scribbled in the main parts of this move, because again this just doesn't have that. So we have a couple different bear cases and one bull case. Only one of them is going to be taking into consideration this yellow area, which is the first bear case, in which again we have a structure coming down into a B wave. This is the lowest low where generally you want to be taking into consideration and the start of your account. However, again, as this is a 5-way move, we got to start to think whether this is going to be the start or an end of something. On both of the other counts, this is going to be the start of something, and again that is generally more bullish. However, we have price data back here, so we have to be thinking to ourselves, okay, what if this structure is actually a C wave or something? And in this scenario we would have an ABC here that actually looks pretty decent and looks to be very possible as a flat or expanded flat, because we take out the highs of wave A. That's why expanded. And how does this fit into the higher time frame? Well, the pattern itself is a counter trend pattern where generally it would fit into a structure where we have something like this, generally targeting the start of wave A, but again we don't have all of the price data here, so again we probably would be just targeting some of these lows, and well, at that point I'm not quite sure if ADA could recover after that. But yeah, that is just one scenario based on Elliott waves. Doesn't need to happen, just one, something to think about, nothing really else. So let's go through the other two scenarios, both of which again start from the March 2020 lows, and after that we have a 5-wave going up. This 5-wave is one of the prettiest that we have on crypto, so I'm not going to be going too much detail into that. That is one of the best structures that we have, and that's that. Afterwards, on topping after the September 2021, we had potentially have had a 3-way structure coming down into a wave W here around December 2022. Next structure is going to be wave X, like so. It is already very extended. Even using this high here as a pivot instead of where I have the wave A, this is starting to go towards the 2-to-1 extension, and that means that it is very, very extended. I don't really like it to go any higher. To me, this looks very decent as a 5-way structure. Again, for the bullish scenario, we're going to be talking about that more. Currently, we do have divergences going on, and the next thing here for the bear case would be that we would be looking to create a partner leg here downwards. Where it's going to be going depends again whether we're going to be pivoting here or not. The ultimate area of interest here is this low here of around 22 cents. If we break this, then this bear case comes more of a reality rather than anything else. But until that, we can hope and pray for the pivot to continue up higher, and we have that bull scenario for that case. So again, we don't need to be turning too bearish until that happens, but just to know where we are at the markets, keep that in mind as an option. The bull case, obviously, instead of this being a wave A, even in the good scenario, this would be a wave 1. Now, if we are comparing that leg and the idea overall against this, why do I have this as a wave A and a B? Just because again, this is starting to take quite a long time for the structure. That's why even this could be a 1, 2, even if it takes out the low, it is more probable to be a B wave instead, and just based on time. So keep that in mind when looking at these both. So if we take that low, more likely to be a B wave and nothing else. Overall here, again, wave 1, wave 2 is quite large in time as well already, but it's nothing really too large. It doesn't hit any of the time targets. 1.236 might be the closest one. Let's actually take a closer look at that. 1.236, I don't have it here. 1.236. It's close to it, but not quite, but very close to it. So we'll just say that it pretty much hits 1, I guess, closely. But on this scenario, again, we would have 1 and then 3-way structure coming down into wave 2, just into the 50% retracement on log scale, obviously, from highs to these lows, 93% on regular scale, but using log scale just to get the correction and the structure of these corrections proper. This could be labeled multiple of different ways, especially as we have this weird structure over here. It doesn't really fit too well into being a wave Y, but this is the way we gotta be labeling it if we want to have this as the start of anything. Again, as mentioned before, a 5-way structure here can be definitely a part of or start of something new, and in this scenario, the bull case, it has to be that. So 5 waves to start anything new, a 3-way pullback, a cool down of some sort, and then we'd be looking for that massive 3-wave or 3rd wave. And again, as that is the 3rd of the 3rd wave, we would be expecting a lot to happen. Obviously, this could also be one lower degree of minor, and we would have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this would then become another 1, 2 of intermediate. This would be a bit more bullish depending on the extensions that we're going to be getting, but at this point, again, that does not matter, and we can still keep this as an intermediate. It's kind of similar size as the first structure over here, so I don't really see us having to use this as a large degree already, or smaller degree, sorry. So that is that basically. But the expectation here would be some kind of way to note that wave 2 here was not too deep. So 3-way structures coming down into potential previous consolidation areas like this one here, like this, and at latest this. I don't think this is going to go this low if it indeed is this bullish option, but those are the 2 areas of interest for me for this bullish, where I would be looking to tank or get more ADA into my portfolio. Again, as mentioned previously, this here is the lowest it can go. If that happens, we're going to go with a bear scenario where this would be that ABC instead, and then we can talk about this whole thing again. But for now, these are the 2 scenarios I'm going to be looking for here on daily time frame, and we'll just let it go and see how it is going to be playing out later this year. But that's all for now. If you're interested in getting signals for all kind of cryptos and other assets, check us out on countertrendcapital.com, and yeah, I guess we're going to be seeing you in the Discord later on. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the next video. Bye bye.